Hello. Did you guess what side I was going to appear from? Good, so Tabata again, Tabata on the matter. Yoga, of course, is the foundation of what we do, so always staying connected to the breath. Working mainly with the legs today, glutes, but also some core work. So core, your core is going to support all of that. Just to remind you, 20 seconds working, 10 seconds rest, and then repeat that 8 times for each of our little Tabata movements. Okay, so hopefully you'll enjoy your time with me today. Always kind of decide before you move a groove whether you're feeling okay, 100%. It's quite a dynamic practice this, so if at any time you don't feel that you're gaining anything from it, or for any reason you're not comfortable doing what you're doing, just ease away, do less repetitions, so you can always work with a different number. 8 is the maximum, but you can always do less. In fact, as most of you that have spent time with me before, you can lie down for the whole time on your mat if you'd rather do that. Okay, brilliant. So let's start by sitting down. We're just focusing on the breath for a moment, just to center and prepare us before we start to move around. Shoulders up, back and down as you close your eyes. Allow your hands to come together at the heart center. Taking the breath in and out of the nostrils. It's very easy to overbreathe, and by that I mean you might just be really forcing the breath in and pushing it away. Just allow the breath to breathe you. Believe me, that will happen. Your body naturally breathes for you. So just let that process kind of do its own thing. Notice where your breath moves in your body, where your body moves as it breathes. One more breath here. And then when you let your breath go this time, if your eyes are closed, relax your hands away from your heart center. Just gently bring them onto the knees. Actually, we'll bring them onto the shin of the leg that's in front. So I'll turn sideways on. So if you've got your legs crossed, or you've got one leg folded in front of the other, you want your hands on your shin. If that's not your thing, legs in a V shape is fine. You can have your hands under feet. Sort of come the inside of your legs and bring your hands under the backs of your legs. Okay, we're just going to work with a little bit of spinal flexing to start getting some heat into the body. So as you breathe in, keeping the chin parallel to the floor to begin with, chest forwards or solar plexus forwards, and as you breathe out, the space that correlates with that on the back body pressing away. Good, so breathing in, gently draw your chest through using the hands, and breathing out to the arms are straight round in the back. Good, in and out. So you may be able to feel this more sort of in the middle back, lower back a little bit. But we're kind of isolating it from the upper back and neck by keeping the head still. And you can pick the tempo up a little bit if it suits you. Remember, always work with you and your body, because after all, it is your yoga. Now we start to let the head join in, making sure we don't just flip-flop the head in kind of a whiplash style, so always control. Breathe in, chin up, breathe out, chin down. Just a few more. Last 3. Last 1. Good, facing you again. Breathe in, arms out and up. And exhale, bring your hands together at your heart center. Good, let's just bring left hand to right knee, right hand to the floor behind. Press through those back fingertips to lengthen the spine. Just allow the head to float towards that back shoulder. And that's the word float. So just let it make its own way there. So you may just be sort of turning a little bit to the right Or your head, your neck might be okay to allow the head to go a little bit further round. Navel to spine on the exhalation, crown of the head lifted. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. And on empty, come back to the centre, hands together at the heart centre once more. Good. Other side. Right hand, left knee, left hand to the floor behind you. Lengthening up. Again, you just allow the head to kind of find its own place. And you see if you can encourage that movement to progress a little bit more by focusing on the out breath. So you can soften and release. Just check your lower jaw is nice and relaxed. You haven't started to clench your jaw here. Navel to spine. As you exhale, keeping length through the whole of your spine. Crown of the head lightly pressing up. Breathing in. Breathing out. Coming back to centre on empty. Good. Hands and knees. Just a little spinal flexing again, but cat-cow. So we start nice and slowly. This time the head joins in straight away, so breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. Softness to the elbows here, breathing out. In and out. In and out. Good. So we're going to take the tempo up. If you're not happy moving more quickly, find a tempo that's a little bit more than just a relaxed movement. Take care of your neck if you're going more quickly. Come to the centre, take a breath in. Breathe out here, tuck your toes and make your way to downward dog. Nice little ease out to the backs of the legs by perhaps pedaling your heels, sometimes called walking the dog. Good. And then look forward and step your right hand to the outside of your right hand. Alright, so you might find that a challenge. You can always pop the other knee down and walk and use your hand to bring your foot forwards and then release that back knee. We'll just have a little bit of a twist here. So take the right arm out and up, reaching up to the sky. Good, circle that arm back, forwards and through and up. And again, circle, maybe soften that back knee as you do that. And again. Reach, 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 maybe go reach back a little bit, open the heart. Bring the hand to the floor and step back to downward dog. Good. Once again, you might like to pedal your heels. We're going to keep everything moving now. Left foot steps to the outside of the left hand. Pop your other knee down to do that if you need to. Good. Firm up for your right hand as you take your left arm out to the side and up. Good. Now circle your arm back, forwards and through. Exhale there. Inhale as you reach up. And exhale back, forwards and through. Inhale up. Exhale back, forwards and through. Hold it this time. Inhale here. Exhale here, maybe opening the heart a little bit more to the left side. Release your hand to the floor and step back to downward dog. Well done. Let's breathe in through the nose. Stick your tongue out as if you're trying to touch your chin. And let it go. Good. And again. One more lion's breath. Now look forward to the front of the mat. Walk or step your feet in the space between your hands. Come up halfway, inhale. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out and up, breathe in. And arms out and down. Breathe out as you come forwards again. Good, come up halfway, inhale. Exhale, fold. Arms out and up, breathe in. Arms out and down, breathe out. Last one, halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Arms out and up, breathe in. And as you breathe out, hands to the heart centre. And we're ready to do our first little Tabata, which is a Utkatasana with a kickback. So squat pose with a kickback. So I'll just show you the movement now, just to remind you, I know I've got a handy rail here. You can have your hand on a wall or you can have your hand on a chair that's to the side of you if you prefer a little bit more stability or support. But what we're aiming to do is to come into a squat position here. We're going to stand on the left foot to begin with, and we'll do 4 repetitions of 20 seconds backwards and forwards with the right foot, 10 seconds rest. And we'll do that 4 times, then we'll change sides. So just to remind you, you can work much more gently by just tapping your foot back and then forwards. Or you're just going to kick back, and you've got a little tap. Okay? What you're going to make sure you're avoiding is allowing yourself to kind of lift up a bit and your knees to ping way forwards over your feet. So think hips back as you do this little kick movement. Alright? Just to remind you again, go for more support. If it helps, you can do the opposite action with the same arm if that helps you feel a little bit more stable too. Right, we're ready. So nice, about hip width apart. We sit back in our chair pose. Hands to prayer if you'd like to work there, otherwise arms forward is fine. Off we go, standing on the left foot, so kick, kick. Just a tiny little tap down with that right big toe. Think hips back the whole time. Just a few more seconds. And stand up, which should feel really good straight away. So you can see why we're just going to do 4 on one side and 4 on the other. Hip circles are nice to do in this instance. Good, off we go again, same side. Kick, good, kick. Remember your option just to tap the foot backwards and forwards, but there's hardly any weight in it. Kick, last few seconds. And stand up. Good, hip circles maybe. Well done. Here we go again, sit back. Last penultimate one on this side. Kick. Now if you're feeling strong, you can have the foot completely off the floor the whole time. Alright, so rather than tapping it down, you just kick back and bring it to a hover position and stand up. Good. That's a bit more wobbly. It's also a bit tricky looking down and then turning to face you. Good. Last one on this side. Firm up through that navel centre. Here we go. Kick. So effectively you can see doing a one-leg squat here. Kick. Good. Well done. Last few seconds and up you come. Brilliant work. Well done. So we go to the other side. One side will be slightly more stronger than the other. Good. Standing on the right foot this time. As you sit back, let's start with that tap. So kick back and then tap. Kick back and tap. So change your body position if you're using a chair or a rail for support or a wall. So the right hand is on that support. Well done. A few more. And up you come. Well done. Circle. Make sure you do both ways. If you're circling your hips. Good. Second time, kicking with the left side. Hips back. Navel engaged. Good. Kick back and tap. Back and tap. Remember, you can tap forwards and backwards. But initially, we have that little tap support as we finish the movement. Good. Well done. And up you come. Yay, 2 more to go. So this time you've got the option to kick back and just bring your foot forwards so it's hovering off the floor, or you can continue to tap it down. Good. Here we go. Back, return, kick. Now try and remember also that your standing hip may want to start to swing out if your glutes are finding it a challenge. So keep that hip crease drawing back. Last few. Up you come, well done. 1 more to go. Yay. Quite aerobic that. Okay, last one on this side. Here we go. Kick. So kick like you mean it, and just check that this front knee isn't starting to ping too far forwards. Alright, kick. Right sitting bone facing the back of the mat. Yikes. up you come. I think we added a few more seconds to that. Well done. Circle and circle in the opposite direction. Brilliant. So now we're going to work with Malasana, which is a yoga wide squat. And we're basically going to come up and then come back down. So you dictate how low you go. So you'll be coming down, potentially all the way, and then driving up. You might find you're just coming to this position. Okay? Either is fine, or somewhere in between that works for you. So your feet are turned out, and basically as you bend your knees go in the same direction as your feet, but your hips go back a little bit. All right, so think of what we did in that main squat. Think of that kind of action, just so you keep the idea of the knees not coming forwards. So you always want the knees more or less over the ankles. Are we good to go? Okay, here we go. Down and up. Down and up. Really drive through the feet, particularly the heels. And really active hands. Well done. 5 more seconds. Don't forget we've got 8 of these to do, so take your time. And again, you might like to do nice wide leg circles this time. A little wider than before. Good. Off we go. Down and up. Remember, hips back a little bit. Good. Good. 4 more seconds. And breathe. Good. So nice wide feet, nice wide circles, also getting a little bit on the inside of those thighs. Good. Off we go again. Time flies. Number 3. Drive. Drive. Good. If it helps, lifting the toes up really activates those leg muscles. Good, and rest. Circle. Coming up to halfway. Again, quite aerobic because of the big muscles we're using. Off we go. So you might be breathing in and out of your mouth. I am breathing in and out of mine anyway, for some of the time. Number 4. Maybe toes up still. It's a little bit more of a challenge. Balls of the feet are still on the floor, as are the heels. And rest. Got a little clock here, and I hope you can't see it, but I keep forgetting to look at it. Here we go. Down and up. Think this is number 5. Well done. And rest. Good. Keep your feet nice and wide as you circle. Maybe just doing half circles just to get into the feel of it. Ready? Good. Number 6. Drive. Drive. Toes up if you want to. Toes flat. Perhaps that feels a bit more stable. But really drive down through the heels. Last few seconds. Well done. 2 more to go. Good, so if you want to add a bit more oomph, you can come up onto the balls of the feet this time. Ready? Good. So down, balls of the feet, down. So you're lifting the heels. Notice how much more you need to engage your core to do that, the glutes. Good, well done. Still work with your feet flat if you prefer. Good, and release. Remember to look at the clock. Swing and circle. Here we go. Last one, your choice of foot position. Up, up. Good. Drive, drive. Good. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Let's do that little hip circling again. So next one is again, one side we do 4 repetitions and then we change to the next side. It's downward dog stepping. Catch my breath. So we did one of those right at the beginning of our time together. So I'll just remind you of the movement. You're in downward dog. You're lifting one leg up and stepping the foot perhaps even beyond the hand you're stepping towards, okay? To the outside of the hand. You can do this from hands and knees if you prefer. You don't have to lift your leg up before you step either. Good. Are we ready? Let's find downward dog. And off we go. Up and step. Up and step. Good. Really come up onto the ball of the other foot as you lift the leg up. Almost as if you're trying to release that foot from the floor. Good. Come back to downward dog. Maybe release the knees. Shake off the wrists. Okay. Ready to go. Number 2, same side. Leg up, step. Leg up, step. Leg up, step. Good. So the other foot might just float up. Well done. I think I've overcooked you again. Good. Breathe. Yes. Number 3 on the side you're working on. Here we go. Leg up and step. Up and step. Up and step. Good. Don't forget your hands and arms are here for you as well. Stay strong. One more. Well done. Sit on the heels or whatever you'd like to do. Shake off the wrists. Last one on this side. Okay, here we go. Remember, you can work just stepping. You don't have to lift the leg up. So this is fine. Just remind you of the alternative as well. Knee down. You can see you just stretch the leg out behind you. Good. Have a breather. I think that was number 4. Oh dear. Let's do one more for luck on this side. Okay. Here we go. Up and stretch. Up and stretch at that foot. Take it forward. I think this is definitely a bonus round. That's 1. Well done. Maybe even interlink the hands behind you. Shake the wrists and arms. Whew. Other side. Here we go. Up and step. Up and step. Up and step. Remember, the back foot can be down the whole time, but if you can press to the ball of the foot so the heel lifts a bit more, brilliant. And rest. Number 1. Get my numbers right. I am pretty rubbish with numbers. Whew. Here we go. Same side, number 2. Well done. And rest. Number 2, we finished number 2, number 2, number 2. Shake off those wrists. Good to go? I am, here we go. Up and step. Good. Don't forget to keep that core active so the pelvis isn't rocking forwards and backwards too much. And release. Number 3, yay. Shake, 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 catch your breath. Last one of these. Final one on this side, here we go. Step. Step. Well done. Step. Almost there. Well done. your knees down. Shake your wrists. Catch your breath. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Okay, our next movement is a core movement. We're going to come up to sitting. In fact, from a lying down position to a forward bend position. Just to remind you of your alternatives. Good, so the full movement is you lead with your arms. So your arms come to 90 degrees. Then it's as if somebody you know, that you trust, has gently got hold of your wrists and they're lifting your wrists up to the ceiling. Then you reach, aim to go beyond your feet. You come back to where you were. You lay down, arms back overhead. So that's the full movement. All right, if you're finding that too much, you can perhaps have your arms by your side and reach between the legs and support the movement with your arms and hands. If that's too much, hands on the thighs, chin, kind of lift your head to start, but you still have a nice space between your chin and your chest. And basically just slide towards the knees and then back. Try to keep your head and shoulders up the whole time. If it's too much for your head, let your head be heavy in the palm of one of your hands. And then just remember to alternate the hands as we move through the practice. Okay, so once again we've got 8 repetitions. Are we ready? Good, lying down, arms up. Here we go. Reach. Don't be surprised if whatever you're wearing on your lower half starts to make its way down. That's 1. Reach. Just relax your arms by your side for a moment. Just maybe just a little flip-flop with the legs as you lie on your mat. Good to go? Here we go. So 90-degree arms, up arms by ears, reach forwards, arms by ears, lay down, arms back by your ears. Good. Up, up, forwards. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Snug that one in and rest. That's 2. Well done. I'm walking off my mat. That's another thing that can happen. Good. We're ready to go. Last few seconds. Extra bit of breathe there. Good. Here we go. Up, up, reach, up, down and back. Up, up, reach, up, down and back. So up, up, reach, up, up and down. Well done. Breathe. You can always do a little bit of bridge pose if you like, just to stretch out those tummy muscles. Here we go. Reach. I think this is number 4. You're trying to keep your feet on your mat the whole time. Just time for 1 more. And then rest. So you should be feeling that already. Starting to build a little bit of fire in the tummy centre. Ready? Yay. Good. Let's go. Up, up, reach, up, lay down, return your arms to the floor. Up, up, reach, up, lay down, arms to the floor. Keep going. Now as you get a little tireder, you're going to rely on that, what I call the throw up. So really work to control the up and the down and rest. Good. Well done. At least we're finishing on the mat today, not jumping around the room. We're ready? Okay. Arms by the ears. Here we go. 90-degree arms. Arms by the ears. Reach. Up. Keep the arms lifted, and then when you're down, return them by your ears. Up, up, reach, up, down. Good. Last few seconds. Finish the one you're doing. And breathe. Well done. Good, so 2 more to go, 2 more to go. Good, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good, 90, up, reach, 90, down, release, up, reach, up, down. So this is the action for the arms. So the arms are up, the arms are still up, you're reaching, you're back, you're up, and you're down, but not out. Good, last one coming up. Good, hope you save some energy for the last one. So we do the last one as if it's the first one we've ever done. Okay, are we good to go? Here we go. 90, up, reach. See if you can reach a little bit further this time when you're up. Navel to spine as you reach. Good, last one, well done. And rest. Well done. What do they say in America? Good job. Well done. So let's just have the legs bent, feet nice and wide. Just for a moment, we'll windscreen wiper the knees. We'll come back to this movement before we finish today. Well done. Pop the knees onto the chest, cross the ankles if you can, opposite hand to opposite foot, rock over onto your hands and knees and step back to downward dog. So the same movement we did earlier, only this time stepping the foot to the inside. Oh no, we'll do the outside. Let's do the outside of the hand. Good. Back knee comes down this time. Untuck your toes. Take the hips back just a little bit and walk your hands around to the left. So your arms are straight. From there, think about sitting the hips back a little bit more. So we want a little bit of sensation maybe on the inside of the front leg. Nice release on that right side waist, right rib cage. Well done. Walk your way back to the centre. Walk your right foot in a little bit, hand to the outside of the foot now. Let your hips drop forwards and down. We're going to rest on the left hand and either reach towards the right foot with the left foot with the right hand, or bending the left leg and reaching towards the foot. You don't have to catch it, so flex it and reach if it's not within your grabbing distance today, or hold onto the foot. And today we're encouraging the heel to come in towards the bottom rather than the bottom going back to the heel. So it's a completely different non-stretch, non-release. Good, so allow the hips to drop down as you encourage the heel to draw in towards that buttock. Maybe opening your chest to the right. Keep smiling. Lifting up, so the left ear lifting up and away from that left shoulder. Good, gently release the foot. Good, bring your right hand back down, tuck your back toes for a moment. Knee down, just rock forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards. Good. And then tuck your back toes, release the knees, you step back to downward dog. You can always work from hands and knees. Good. And then left foot up, step it to the outside of the left hand. Good. Right knee comes down. We sort of untuck the toes first, and we sort of sit the hips up a little bit, so we don't want them just dropping down. A little bit of what I call buoyancy there. Walk your hands over to the right. And then think of the hips sitting back and over to the left just a little bit. And you should feel that lovely release on the inside of that left thigh. And don't worry if you haven't got any sensation there, you may be feeling it somewhere else. Try and level up your hands. Maybe come up onto the fingertips of the left hand, or both palms flat. Well done. Slowly work your way to your upright position. Walk back to the centre. Walk your left foot in and bring your left hand to the outside of your left foot. Good. So we're going to reach around with the left hand as if you're trying to grab the right foot. So that might be enough for you. Or you might want to bend the leg and flex the foot. If grabbing isn't doable, this is okay. You can get cramp cramp here if you're not careful, so do be careful. Always pad your knee as well if it's not comfy on the floor. If you've got hold of the foot, then heel to buttock rather than buttock to heel. So you can see the difference. So if you see here, I've got my bottom back towards my heel, there's almost a straight line from my hip to my knee, so there's virtually no lengthening action in those muscles at all. But whereas if I bring my hip forwards and bring my heel with me, if you're joining, you'll probably feel that straight away. And now I've seen the muscles on the front of that right leg and over the front of that right hip to be longer, which is the sensation you can feel now. Well done. Gently release the foot. Make sure it doesn't just flap and bang down onto the floor. Tuck your back toes and rock forwards and backwards a few times. Well done. And step your left foot back. And just for a second, just sit on the heels with the legs in more of a neutral position. So knees not jammed together but not particularly wide. Just let everything kind of settle again. Good. And then we'll transition to our backs. We'll continue releasing the gluteal muscles. We use those a lot today. They're the muscles of the buttocks, as most of you are aware, and I'm always chumming on about the glutes. Or the psoas, that's my other one. I think the glutes, the psoas, hip flexors and core, of course, they're all deeply connected to each other, so really important that they're all used as they should be. So we're going to cross the right ankle over that left knee. We're encouraging the right knee to be where it is. So if it's open, you're encouraging it to stay there. If it's rolling in, you're encouraging it to stay where it is rather than rolling in even more. So you can release your arms because you're not going to use your arms today. Arms are heavy on the floor. Feel free to hang out here, it's okay. If you want a little bit more sensation, then allow that left foot to lift. So you're just allowing the weight of the left leg to bring it in towards your chest. And then all we're going to do is make circles with that left leg. Now you're going to feel the action in the opposite outer hip. Good. If you've got your foot down, you can just hang out there, it's fine. Just enjoy a few more breaths in that place. Good. Now pop the left foot down. Gently release the right ankle. Stretch your leg out along the mat. And do the other side. Good. Hook your left foot. I like to encourage, I'll just turn this way around so you can see. I'll lift my leg up. I like to encourage a flexed foot and a gap between the heel and the outer edge of the leg your foot's on. Hello. It just kind of keeps the knee a little bit more protected. Because it's harder for it to twist. Good. So as you are, foot down, arms heavy on the floor, where you can release your right foot so the weight of the right leg brings it in. Relax your right foot though as you do that. Good. A breath or two here, encouraging that left knee to remain as open as it was when you popped your foot on your thigh. And then we start to circle one way or the other. If you've got your foot down, remember, just enjoy a few more breaths with that opening effect to that left hip. And a nice release into the gluteal muscle there. Good. Good. Come back to the centre. Pop your right foot down. Gently release your left foot and slide the leg out and do a roll from side to side. Good. So going back to that windscreen wiper, feet as wide as the mat. Yes. Let's just cradle the head with the hands here. Use a little bit of abdominal support just to neutralise that tendency for the back to overarch as you raise your arms. And we're just going to let the legs go from side to side, like slow motion car windscreen wipers. And you'll be aware of the front of the thighs. Also be aware of the hips and the belly as you allow your legs to just move softly, easily. Next time you go over to the right, you're going to hang out there. So your head's heavy in your hands. You're looking up at the ceiling, or you might like to close your eyes. If shoulder. The left knee is going to stack on top of the right knee. But I'd like you to gauge how much of that movement you do by keeping the back of your left shoulder where it is before you move. So if it's down, you want it still to be down, even if you take that knee over to the opposite one. Good, re-slide the knee if you crossed it over. Good, come up to the center, both knees up, feet still as wide as the mat. And then take your knees heavily, almost with the huh to the left. Good, well done. Watch the back here again. There's always a tendency, I think, for the back, particularly if you find your knees are quite high and you want them to go further. If you arch your back, you're kind of helping that action. But all you're doing is arching your back, really. Nothing else is changing. It might just be uncomfortable there as well. So, good. Maybe slide the right knee over, so you're stacking it on the left. So right foot on left foot, right knee on left knee. It's okay if it's not completely touching or completely on it. Gauge again by what contact the back of your right shoulder still has with your mat. Let's do a breath here, but silent breath out. In. Well done. Release your hands from your head. Slowly bring your knees back up to the centre. And gently pop your knees on your chest. And let's cup the knees with the hands and circle the knees, keeping them together but not too tightly together. Circle them both one way and then the other way. Do that one more time in each direction. And in. And then come back to the centre of your mat. Pop your feet down one at a time. We're going to come up to a seated position. So take your time to come up. Good. Hands come together at the heart centre. Shoulders up, back and down. Close your eyes. And just take a moment to check in with your body and all the different sensations you've created through your practice. Perhaps the sensation of heat, of openness, of strength. Or you may observe perhaps where your body is a little bit restricted and was reluctant to let go. Just observing those without any judgment or sort of quizzing, if you like. There's no need to ask questions of yourself, just to know that what is just that. It is what it is. And as always, thank you for joining me on the mat. Namaste till the next time. Thank you.